guys. How are you?
Hi.
Good. How you doing?
How you guys?
Good. You guys haven't gone on yet, have you?
No, we have not.
What is
We're
your
gonna
set
be
time?
playing at 5:30.
Okay. I mean, hopefully.
We'll get to listen to that.
Yeah, I know.
We'll be down
Barring the rain, yeah.
Just like growing up, what kind of music or what specific artists kind of inspired you to think like, hey, this is something I actually want to pursue, not just really listen, but I want to actually go for this? Like, who was your inspiration?
The late great Al Jarreau, who just passed this year, was a big inspiration for me. I do draw inspiration from pretty much every genre, but I think that playing with these cool cats definitely comes from a few different backgrounds. So I feel like a mix between James Brown and like Smokey Robinson, and I'd like to do little scats from time to time, but definitely like to keep it silky and smooth when need be.
I'd say Little Richard for sure.
Little Richard, yeah, I love Little Richard.
Definitely, like just stage presence and just energy. That's everything that I would try to like emulate and try to get down. I'd like just even on and off stage. Little Richard is always on. He is fire every single time you would talk to him. But yeah.
I think what I love about the band is, and I think Peace put it really well, like everybody's eclectic backgrounds. Like I come from much more of like rock, blues, even like punk growing up. I just remember the first time I ever heard John Entwistle from The Who play bass. I was like, okay, that's my instrument for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
So coming in and you know, these guys had already had an established thing, the three of them playing together, and kind of coming in and adding my own kind of ideas, I guess, and vibe to the tunes. It's been a hell of a lot of fun.
Funky.
Yeah. You just keep doing what you're doing.
Funk inspirations, because you got a little bit of funk in.
I mean, Parliament all day, every day. Yeah.
Yes. P-Funk. Yes.
That's
So
you can't. You gotta love the P-Funk.
Why did you guys start playing? Like as kids, individually, I mean.
Okay. Why?
Was it parents? Like, did your dad or mom
Can we all
play an
collectively say to get
instrument, or-
girls? Can we just be like,
Okay,
agree to that one point?
That's always like
Why
that's always
every
in
guy
there.
has ever started playing.
What's the end goal?
Yeah.
The start, I don't know.
What is your end goal? Like fame and fortune? To have a concrete fan base?
End goal is
You want to be a household name.
Yeah, to be recognized
Worldwide.
Worldwide. Take over the world by storm. No, I think for me personally, it is just to spread love and to maybe get some recognition from it. But at the end of the day, if I don't, it's still just to share a little bit of the inside of like how I think.
Yeah. Like you want to be mentioned at the dinner table
would
with
love
your
that.
children's children.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
3-4 generations
like
from now. Now, my goal is for every band I've ever been in has always been like I want fans to be able to sing our songs back to us and like get that same vibe, and like I want to share energy with the crowd. Like that's at whatever level that is, that's always the goal. Because like for me, I think the goal is every time you get on stage to put on the best show ever and to get something from the crowd and give something to them. Like, so that's always that's my goal every day.
I agree.
Yes,
I agree. 100%.
That is a great goal. I love being at a show. I mean, as a fan, being at a show and the energy from all of the fans is so high, and everyone is singing and dancing.
It helps us.
Great.
It helps us do our
Yeah.
job. I'll be honest.
No,
I
it
mean,
definitely
there's not energy from the crowd. It's harder to put energy out. But,
Absolutely.
yeah.
So what about you? Have you had anybody ask you any questions?
Rob's
I feel like
let's turn this around.
Yeah, this is a good flow.
She's not putting you on blast.
Yeah.
She's just like,
We actually
like, oh
have
yeah,
not.
well, okay. What about
We'll
you?
give you the opportunity. Do you want to ask us any random questions?
in radio, are you guys trying to take it to the next level and maybe
Do you wanna
be
go?
syndicated?
I mean, my major is accounting.
Ooh, make that money, count the money.
But I kind of I love music. I love it so much. Everything, like Zeppelin, Floyd, The Grateful Dead, like just everything. And I kind of just do this as a hobby.
Oh, well, that's great.
That's
great just to
for
be
fun
involved.
because it kind of keeps me sane a little bit with all the numbers
Oh yeah.
Music
that I-
has a way of doing
that I have going on all throughout the week, and my finance exams and accounting information systems exams. And doing this is like actually a relief. Oh, I have to do interviews on Saturday. Thank God I don't have to study for my finance exam. So.
She can understand why we do it,
Yeah.
why like bands do what they do, you know? Like it's this cathartic every day, you know?
You know, symbiotic process, you know. We make music so we can keep people sane.
Yep.
Yep.
And then we
yeah.
stay-
Oh,
we
we're
stay
in
sane.
very, very related fields. They're connected at the hip.
I'll keep it brief for myself, but I'm actually in my third major, which is communication. Yeah, I found out a lot of stuff I didn't want to do, but I'm actually I want to be a sports radio personality, but I also love music, so really anything getting into radio is what I like to do, but ultimately, yeah, like sports
And what
radio
is
is
your
my
name
thing.
for the listeners out there?
It's Bree Ezro. I don't have a radio name yet. I'm working on that, talking to my friends about it, but I definitely want to have something cool. I want to be in Philly. Yeah,
right.
hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, whatever you want.
Oh, great.
Get a little plug for myself.
There's no shame in that.
Yeah. But no, going back to you guys, is there a specific genre you want to hear? I know you said about like James Brown really inspired you, or is it like song by song, this is the vibe you kind of want to get? Like, how do you go into picking what the feel is for your
Oh
music?
yeah, wait, can I interfere with that question? When you guys first got together, did your sound happen, or did you plan, hey, let's sound like this? Or were you just like, hey, wow, that sounds good, like, let's do that?
You know, we when we first started jamming out and kind of making music together, it sounded nothing like the way that we sound now. And we've grown a lot, and I don't think that maybe until 3 years ago, or 2-3 years ago, that we really found our niche sound and our personality that really is distinct. I think before that we were just playing a lot of things that we liked. I guess emulation is like the best way to kind of play homage to the ones that you love. But then when you find your voice, you know, you definitely could see those distinct tendencies. But really, we were. What did we sound like when we first started? It was kind of.
It was like it was very folky, a little bit of Jack, the other guitarist, and we tend to like lean more toward like blues roots, and like notes and chord progressions, everything like that. So there was always that kind of feel with the music, that, and it had like a nice dynamic with Rob's voice, which is very like soulful. And what he was singing back then, we were practicing in a church sanctuary actually. And his voice would just come off very jazzy, very like.
It's an Al Jarreau for you.
Yeah, that's the Al Jarreau, and yeah. But we've resurrected like some of those like old jam sessions and incorporated like some things like into our songs now. So it's been there, like the sound that we've been looking for. I think we've kind of got it now.
Right.
So.
But I think now we know exactly what we sound like. So even as you guys bring up some of the older stuff, we like form it into what we're doing now.
Right.
It's cool.
Like all those songs were very sad, very like heartbreaking.
Oh, yeah.
That was the other thing. Yeah.
I think at the beginning, all of our songs were very swooner.
Is that like generic, or were you guys writing those songs from like real experiences?
I think for me, it's always about food because I love food.
Yes.
And then
really look into every song. It's all about
it's all
food.
about food at first. And then it turns into a love song. And then it turns into a sad song. But yeah.
Rob has demo tracks of like every song where guaranteed he's talking about food. And then it'd be like, where did you get the inspiration?
If you just sub out a woman's name for the word hot dog, it's basically the same song.
Now I gotta listen back and think about food this time. Be like, okay, I see it now. No, that's fun.
You'll definitely sense food if you hear our performance. It'll make you hungry.
If you could describe our music, it would probably be smoky, a little bit of spice, a little bit of sweet, tangy. It's just piquant. Piquant is a good word.
So like your favorite food?
Sharp, like a cheddar.
A little bit of
But
cinnamon,
still
maybe.
subtle.
It's got a bite to it, yeah.
It's not one of those heats that is like, whoa, stop it.
It's like a Frank's Red Hot, like you want to put it on everything.
Oh, okay.
All right,
That's
yeah.
a great example.
Like
Some
that.
Has some
sriracha.
sophistication. I like sriracha a lot.
Sriracha's really good.
Yes. Do you guys do anything other than eat food.
Other than
outside,
eat
like doing
food.
outside music.
no, outside of music that would contribute to your musicality. Like you're writing any hobbies that's not music related.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I'm a writer outside of work, at work and then outside of band.
That's Jackie Hughes' mom.
Oh. So I wrote fiction for a long time, and I think like
To all the moms out there.
I don't know, just having that creative mind keeps me active. But I stopped writing a little while ago, and then like it's forced me to do more in music because I gotta. If I don't do something creative, I die. So yeah, no, definitely.
For writing with us, I think it all starts with like the melody of the song, and either someone in the band will present an idea, a melody, and then I will kind of play off of that.
Like
So then I'll
snowball.
just like freestyle,
Yeah.
just like a rapper would, and then sometimes it's divine intervention. The words come in right then and there. It's the feel of the song, and then sometimes I have to like really search and figure out what the song is about. So, but it always comes kind of for me. I think the best songs come instantly. You know, the ones that you instantly gravitate towards, and you're like, yes, I like this. This is good, and it kind of falls into place.
Kind of writes itself in the studio as we're right there.
So,
yeah.
what would you say your favorite song to perform it?
Of our song?
Yeah, of yours.
Oh.
That's a good question.
I think my favorite song is Man-Made Fire, which will probably be the last song that we play tonight. It's good.
Take our word for it.
We have a lot of energy throughout our music, but this song plays around with a little bit of a slower, type of feel, and then it builds like an epic climax, and so that's probably my favorite song to sing, and probably the words too, because they're relatable to me right now in my life.
Right. Yeah, I definitely agree with. Yeah, that is a great song. I do love that song a lot. And I remember that song kind of came together off of like you had that for a while. Like you would just recite the lyrics somewhat, and then I think we were playing like just a simple riff, and then you just went off of that, and then it just. And then exploded like after that, and it just became a song.
I remember with, like dynamically, we were like at Rob's apartment just playing on acoustic, and
Right,
it came together just us and Jack one night. But I out of all of our songs, I kind of agree with you. Like, it's the most fun song to play as like instrumentally.
Yeah.
Because we get to be super reserved and then just absolutely wild out by the end of the song.
Right.
That's so, like, why on stage with these guys, like just going nuts. It's a heck of a lot of fun.
Yeah, and it's always a good time, given that it's like that it's the last song. That's why we would save it, just because it's like
leave it on stage.
We kind of hold it in for so long, and then just let it all hang out.
Do you think that is the crowd's favorite song, or does that not matter? Like, do you think that's when the crowd hears it? Are they like, wow, this is the best song that they've played so far?
I've seen some like. I think we've all gotten, like, not mixed, but like, a lot of people say, oh, this is my favorite song, this is my favorite song. I think for me, that's definitely the most visceral reaction I see from the crowd when we play that song. Because it literally, like, when it hits, it kind of, not comes out of nowhere, but, like, it's a punch in the face.
Yeah.
So, like, people kind of are, like, grooving as we start to play it.
You see
and then the song breaks, and everyone's, like, just jumps back. And so that's what I always like. I think that's definitely, like, we get the most instantaneous reaction when we play that song.
Okay. I agree.
Does that matter to you guys? Or do you just kind of play what you think
Oh no, I
is the
definitely
best for you guys?
I mean, I think we want to get our songs out there that we really love and stuff that we really love to make. But I mean, it's almost not worth it in a way if the crowd doesn't really enjoy it.
Right. Because I love to perform, and I love to be up on stage. That's like my element. And so I feed off of the energy of the people, and then I'm trying to give the best show that I can. And so every song that we write has its own life, but it's all based on energy and having fun and kind of just moving and And so if everyone is standing there like this,
Obviously,
Of
it's
course.
not going to be as fun,
And,
right? That makes sense.
I want everyone to like all of our music, of course. But I don't think that I think the songs kind of just, they are incarnated, you know, by themselves, and then hopefully like someone will catch to something. And I've heard people say that they like the last song a lot or the first song, but it's always interesting seeing the faces of people.
the initial reaction,
reaction.
right?
Like which songs people gravitate to.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Just got a couple more questions. So we talked about how like you have your favorite song and everything. What would you say the main struggle when you're in the process of writing a song, if you ever hit like a dead end, what the hardest part to get over and how you kind of overcome that?
Keeping these guys on task is always the hardest thing. It's like, we all got a new idea for a song. Let's work on it for 10 minutes and then we can.
Right.
It's like herding cats. I love you guys.
Yeah, we kind of do that. I think we have at least 50 songs that we haven't finished yet. So
That is true.
It'll be sweet though when they're all released.
Yeah.
We'll have 14 albums come out in 1 year.
Do you guys have any? What's
our drummer, Paul,
up
joining
next?
us.
Hey.
Paul's here.
Captain James.
Tar. This is Professor
James Tarr, our
Dr.
drummer.
Professor.
So you were saying, sorry.
No, it's fine. What is next? Like, are you guys going to be releasing anything? Are you going to do more shows anywhere?
Right. Okay, so we have one single out right now, Lightning, and it's our first single, and it's a very exciting
That is so exciting.
It is very exciting.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's been out for a couple months now, but we are in the process of recording a couple more songs.
And where can everyone find, like when you release your music, where can everyone go?
So all of the major streaming platforms like Spotify or iTunes, or you could check us out on our Facebook. I'm pretty
On
sure.
SoundCloud, is that?
SoundCloud. So all of those
Anywhere where you would find music, we're gonna be there. But yeah, no. So like, if you're on our Facebook page, you'll find links to everything. And yeah, I would say in the next couple months we'll have a couple more songs coming out.
Yeah, we'll have a couple more songs. I guess like the plan is to release like a few singles, a few tracks.
And like a full album, maybe, sometime in the future. That is
But
very
like
exciting.
right now, it's just like a couple more songs, and then you can really build a little bit of a buzz, and then
Oh yeah.
release the album.
But one last question for you guys before we wrap it up. We're at Oktoberfest. Obviously, a lot of beers going on. What is your go-to beer? Like if you're just sitting back having one.
We got to get Gunn in this conversation because he's actually works at a brewery.
This is
that's
a brewer
perfect, yeah.
at
Philadelphia Brewing Company. Philadelphia Brewing Company.
Hey, all right.
So of course I'm going to say I love all PBC beers.
Yes.
Gunn, what's your favorite beer? What's your go-to? That was the question.
Actually, would be one of our beers, which we're coming out. It's a seasonal. It's called Harvest from the Hood, and that's going to come out sometime next month. Really hoppy, high alcohol content.
Oh, that's exactly what we like.
I love
Nice.
IPAs,
Okay.
so that's my go-to. IPA and a slice of pizza. Couldn't do it. Margarita pizza.
Oh, margarita, yes, is the way to
Just
go.
took my heart.
Any-
It is.
That's
I'm a Yards Brawler fan. I just like
Yards
it's
is my
always
go-to.
good. It's I don't want to say it's better than Yingling because like Yingling's my boy, but it's solid. They have it everywhere in Philly, and if they have it on the menu, I'm going for it. So
I'm like ride or die Yingling. That's like what I grew up on once I turned 21, of course. But
Well, thanks for
yeah, thank you guys
coming
for
with, talking
being
with us.
Yeah.